Hey, I'm Dr. Paul with Move Toward Wellness, and I want to wish you a Happy New Year, and I hope you and your family had a great holiday season. This is a really exciting time of year for me because I get to set new goals for the next year and anticipate all the things I want to accomplish. And I can look at last year and forget about anything I wasn't real happy with and kind of build on those successes. And I hope you're thinking along the same lines. It's just a really exciting time of year. I like to think of it like a journal where I turn the page and I've got a blank piece of paper in front of me and I'm able to write whatever I want. It is a new chapter, clean slate, and I get to kind of lay out what I want this next year to look like. So I'm going to encourage you to do that. But as a wellness doctor, I thought I should give you some tips for this next year, and I thought of about 5 or 10 things that I could give you to do and think about. But you know what, this year I wanted to give you just one tip. The one tip that I think will make the big difference in everything else you do this next coming year. And that tip is something you're not going to hear from a lot of doctors, maybe no other doctors. You're not going to see it on TV, and you're not going to read about it in a magazine or newspaper. This next year, I want to encourage you to be more selfish. And I know at first that doesn't seem to make a lot of sense, but I want you to put more time, energy, and money into you. And let me explain. I've seen this problem over the last few years where people put so much emphasis and energy into everything else but themselves. And they get burned out and run down and fatigued. And then they end up being no good for anybody. You know, I see it with parents, with young children, where all of their energy and focus is on these kids. And they forget about their relationship or themselves. And I see it with people taking care of an ailing parent or an ailing spouse where from morning until night, they're just consumed with taking care of this person and focused on that person. And I also see it in work, and this was probably the biggest one this last year, where people were working so hard. They were showing up early, staying late, they were working on weekends, they were skipping their vacation time, and they were trying to do work that they physically weren't able to do. And the end result is that they start to get burned out and run down. And so, you know, it seems to make a lot of sense when it comes to a car. We all understand that if we take care of our cars and we rotate the tires and we get regular oil changes and tune-ups, that the car is going to run better, last longer, be more efficient, and break down less. So it makes sense when we do those things. But when it comes to our health and our bodies, we don't do that. We just don't think about that. So I want you to really focus this next year on getting back to doing the things that are essential for you to be well, and focus on you. When we come out of school and early in life, we have this path that we see ourselves on and where we should be going and where we're going to end up. And I like to think of it about my on-purpose path. This is the path I'm supposed to be on. And you're going to deviate from that path from time to time, and there's lots of things that pull me away from that path and are going to pull you away from that path. But you need to focus on the things that are going to bring you back on that path. Because the further and further you get away from that path, the more burned out, run down, depressed, and disappointed you're going to be. And so you have to get back on that path. So this year I want you to focus on you. I want you to, if you haven't been exercising, I want you to join a gym. Spend the money. Get a personal trainer so you're doing it right. If you like to read books, set aside a time where you can read a book, whether it's every day or every week. If you haven't caught up with old friends and you have a friend that you really enjoy to be around, schedule a lunch twice a month or once a week or whatever it is. That's set. That's a set time that you're going to be with them. If you like to play tennis, take tennis lessons. Join a tennis club. Whatever it is, if you have a hobby, get back into that hobby. Make some time. And you can't just say you're going to do it. You actually have to write it down. Because if your schedule's open, somebody else is going to fill it up. They'll fill it up every time. It happens with me all the time. But if you write it down and you say this, you know, every other Tuesday, I'm going to go to lunch with so-and-so, and you write that down, nothing's going to interfere with that. So if someone wants to have a meeting or wants you to go here or do this, you can't do it because you already have it written down. So get one of those little calendars, use your phone, whatever you got to do, but get it down, write it down, and make it a priority. I'm not telling you to not give and not care. I want you to focus on your family and take exceptional care of your loved ones, and I want you to work super hard. But I don't want it to get in the way of your health and your well-being. And I can tell you that if you spend the time and take care of yourself the way I'm encouraging you to, you're not only going to be able to still do those things that are so important to you, but you're going to do them better because you're going to have more energy. You're going to be more focused. You're going to be less run down. Your moods are going to be better. Your immune system's going to be stronger, which means you'll get sick less often. You're going to be able to be more productive and get more done. And when you're with these people, you're actually going to be able to be more present. So you're going to be more of a 100% you. So this year, I want you to be more selfish. That's my number one tip, and I can guarantee you that if you put more time, energy, and money into yourself, you'll reap the rewards. You'll get a great return on your investment. So if you like the information, click the like button. If you think the information is valuable, you know someone that can benefit from it, please pass it on to them. If you want to add something or share a comment or an idea, post it underneath this video. I want to thank you in advance because this next year I'm really excited about being able to share more and more information with you by way of this website. So I want to thank you for your trust in advance. I really look forward to giving you all the information I can. But like I said, make time for yourself, and I promise you, you'll be glad you did. Have a great year. It could be the best one yet.